Welcome back to the deep, dark, dank dungeons of Daggerfall Unity. Now, in this installment, I'm the audio is recorded after the video, so I'm suffering through watching my own previous playthrough. Anyway, that's not important. Very little of this is important, but never mind, it's not important. So all I'm going to do whilst the game plays in, well, for me it's the background, is I'm just going to mumble inanely about, well, I guess at some point something interesting will happen in the game. I'm sure it must. But also a few things that I've seen on the Daggerfall Unity forums. If you don't know about those, I almost certainly you must, but on the off chance that you don't, it's dfworkshop.net. I've been extraordinarily busy lately, so I haven't been keeping entirely up to date on the latest news, but there are a few interesting things happening. So I'll mumble about those because it will be more interesting and useful than going through dungeon number 8452. But just to summarise what's happening, this is a quest for the Archaeologist Guild, which is itself a mod. It's a pretty generic quest to find a scroll or a document or a book or something from this dungeon. So, well, that can unfold at its own pace. So, what's been happening this week in Daggerfall Unity? Possibly the most interesting thing was the airship video. I've even made a note here, because previously when mentioning mods I've neglected to properly credit the creator. So let's see. Yes, in one of the sub forums you can find a YouTube video of it's only a couple of minutes long, of a mod for an airship, which is literally a boat that flies through the air, and it does look very impressive. You can embark, disembark, you can set its direction and speed, and yeah, sit back and let it sail across the landscape. Let's see. It was by Cadius, don't know how to pronounce it, but he or she has been working on the airship mod, but I don't think it's available yet. It must still be in progress, but it looks fairly, well, I guess it depends what their full ambition for it is, but it looked almost fully functional to me, based on the video. What else has been happening? It is mostly mod news. Hazelnut has been busy. He's the creator of the Archaeologists Guild mod, amongst other things. But he's also been working on a, let's have a look, roleplay and realism mod. I'm not sure if I made a note correctly of the name, but some kind of realism mod, but at the moment it only has 2 parts to it, which is an overhaul to the archery mechanics, and something about you can sleep in beds. I guess previously beds were just decoration, and if you rest in a that giant was not fighting back. Presumably he was paralyzed, so it's nice to know that the effects don't just work on the player. It's quite a big dungeon. We got quite lucky because I ignored most of it, and I think we're pretty close to the end. There's nothing in there. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens with the realism mod. It's not my own personal cup of tea, which reminds me I actually have a cup of tea here. I don't want that to go cold. Excuse me. Yeah, these kind of survival or real eating and drinking mechanics is not something that particularly interests me, but I know a lot of other people enjoy that. It will be interesting to see what elements he adds in the future. So, yeah, back to the game. I remembered that the Archaeologist Guild provide you with the locator device. But of course, after having spent, a little more than 5 minutes wandering around this dungeon and remembering to turn on the device, I did so just immediately outside the door that contained the quest target. But, oh yes, a rare use of magic. There we go, that must be the magical text, it must indeed. Should definitely use fireballs a lot more, they're quite good fun. And here we go again. For a high elf with the immunization to paralysis, I get paralyzed quite a lot. Yeah, I seem to have forgot that I had a free action spell there. The magic effects are nice now, but it takes quite a few to take him down. In fact, I ran out of spell points. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this quest, I imagine. Oh no, I decided to continue. Strange. Let's see. So, the Warm Ashes mod has been updated by Kamer, or Karma. I'll go with Kamer. Looks like a fairly wide-ranging refinement, shall we say, of the mechanics of Warm Ashes. None of these things are installed in this playthrough. Well, they are installed, but not the latest versions. So I'm still running the old version of Warm Ashes. I think with the archery mechanics of the realism mod, plus Warm Ashes being updated, and the fact that this particular playthrough, the character is now pretty strong. I think I'm going to start a new game with an Argonian archer. but I'm not. There'll be no. I don't have time to churn out videos every day or every other day, like in the bad old days. So yeah, videos will be few and far between, and only when something of the slightest interest happens to justify it. It's handy that you click on the gold and it gives you a list of your bank accounts, because if it wasn't for that, I would have completely forgotten that I had 450,000 gold coins. No, everything seems quiet and safe. We better head back to Vervius, to the archaeologists. To give them their piece of paper. Oh, a bit of shopping, how exciting. I will never remember how to use that lantern properly, or efficiently, let's say. If it can't be made to automatically turn off when you leave a dungeon, then I need a hotkey for it. Or a little icon in the bottom left corner to say that it's active. I think that horse graphic looks new to me. I could have just not noticed for weeks on end. Was he wearing boots? Seems like he had dark boots on. Yeah, it looks like he's wearing, well, maybe he walked in some paint, I don't know. This is ludicrous. Okay, all the shopping done? Well done. Must be practicing for show jumping. Of course. Now we have to wait. Now. Given that everything, well not everything, but given that all the guilds generally open at 11, it would be nice if there was just a little button somewhere on that resting, waiting dialogue. Could just be a little button in the corner that just... If it's between, let's say, 6 AM and 11 AM, then you can press that button and it will automatically take you to 11 AM. God, I am a bit tired. Generally, but I'm also a bit tired of constantly waiting for 3 hours and then waiting for 1 more hour. And whilst I'm simultaneously moaning about stuff that's been given to me for free, and to keep asking for other people to do all the work, some way that you can just click or automatically select, well not automatically, but easily and quickly select the previous destination, because generally on that travel map, if you're going to travel somewhere, it's probably where you came from. So why do I have to keep opening the dialogue, typing in Vervius, confirming that I want to go there? I'd like a hotkey that just takes me back to wherever I came from with the same travel settings as I used to get there. So I have to get some notes from this guy, and it seems that he Well, he doesn't seem very cooperative. I will make a set of false notes which you can take to your godless employer. Well, given that they didn't want me to kill him, I agreed to his plan. Some other thick-headed mercenary would be happier to see me dead. Oh. But it's all going it's going too fast for me to keep up. So we have some fake papers to give to the archaeologists. Here we go, Ervius. Yes, I do wish to go there. Yes, let me begin. Yeah, it's all a bit unnecessary, isn't it? I keep meaning to investigate if somebody made a replacement graphics for the horse. Because I don't know if this is this the original graphics for the horse? Now that I think about it, maybe it is upgraded. And now we are strangely being attacked by a gargoyle in the middle of the day. Right in the kisser. Here, take your note. An object was recently brought in with a nasty curse of sorts. The mark will slay whoever possesses it. In fact, this master is a Daedra. What could possibly go wrong? Here it is. Who knows in what region the creature makes its home? We know that it comes to kill. Does he mean region as in region of oblivion, or... And if so, who cares? It will eventually attract a murderous Daedra. I must slay it and return the object. Well, I remember this, and in fact, later on, it pops up and tries to kill us. And indeed, it very nearly does. I like that quest because it basically forces you to go and do something else, but you don't know when when a Daedra is going to pop up behind you and attack you. Yep, so now we have to find another way to keep busy. Or are we trying to sell more things? Looks like we have nothing to sell, for once. I wish we could change the boots and the gauntlets. I quite like the look of the black-green armor combo. The Daggerfall soundtrack is really nice. Normally when I'm playing, I don't really notice it too much. But I need someone to deliver something. Bye-bye. Oh look, it's the finger. It looks quite fresh for the finger of a mummy. It looks like you've taken the wrappings off it, so I'd expect it to be just a finger bone by now, but it looks quite meaty. Yeah, how does this quest work? You have a note. Read the note. My mysterious employer paid me 1,083 gold and promised 1,154. They're very precise amounts. It's a bit odd. Yes, I had no choice. The mummy's been haunting me, blah blah blah. Rather than face up to it, I just palmed it off to you. Someone in Fontcart might know about that. Fontcart. It reminds me I'm still using Mr. Jehovah's font. Which is true, you do get used to it in time. Tell me about the finger. Go to the temple. Now this town has 2 temples. I'm not sure I've seen that before. It's a bit confusing. I'd assumed that there must only be one temple per town. Yep, wrong temple. Go to the Temple of Stendarr. Not the Temple of Mara. Here we go. Yeah. It's Lady Bree again. The Curse of Hesdred. Find, no. Find the Hold of Hesdred. Filthy mortal, why must you I'm too fast for myself. So the Daedra has turned up, I think. Hail friend, welcome to the... Okay, so that was a Warm Ashes siege, which fortunately all those guys were friendly. It would have... There he is. It would have been annoying if You run across a deserted campsite. Everything's happening at once. So very, very demanding for my tired brain. Okay, so the Frost Daedra is melted. I don't know what else was going on there. I think that was a consequence of the fact that we were on the border between the wilderness and this location. So we were able to trigger another Warm Ashes event. Anyway, so we're back in the dungeon. It is my favourite part of Daggerfall. When you can move fast and you have a decent weapon. And you vaguely know how the switches work. When you start out and you have no idea how the various switches and levers and pulleys work, it's a massive pain. Once Daggerfall Unity gets to the point where people can design new dungeon components, that's when you can probably really descend into madness. Because I guess in the space of a few months there'll be potentially hundreds of new components. You would never be able to get a feeling for all of them. But that will be where the smaller dungeon setting comes in. Why did you turn right? You should always go left. Sadly, that magic bracelet was very disappointing. Well, the only problem with starting a new campaign as a Argonian archer is having to deal with all the damned screaming skeletons again. So where's this mummy? I've forgotten to use the locator device again. I presume it works on quest monsters, but maybe it's only quest items. I have to try that out next time because it didn't occur to me at this time. Yeah, there you go. Yes, I have rid myself of this curse forever. Or until the next time I take a quest from some random git in a pub. Yep, you had spooky eyes coming out the back of your head then. Stockpiling ingredients, even though I can never find anybody who will make me any potions. I have 12 days to return the short sword to the Underking. I don't think so. Here we go. Wait. When we combine the words task and Daedra, we discard all guarantees concerning the future. You're a bit pretentious, aren't you? Well, I think it's trying to use the potion maker of the Archaeologist Guild. I have to remember to check out the skills that this guild requires, so that the Argonian archer can get promoted easily. What is this? The bracelet of undeniable access. It's not very interesting. And this is the alchemy cupboard. Come back when you have risen in rank. Thank you so much. What a friendly man. Well, that's it for this exciting Estepode. The Archaeologist Guild, reputation 40, so we should be, I guess we should be at least halfway through their ranks, but we're stuck at the bottom because we didn't learn your language skills or whatever it is you want. So, anyway, that's the end of this one. Ta very much, take care, and adios for now.